Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We are now coming up on the time where we're going to start to see our initial teases and reveals for Modern Warfare 3 for Call of Duty 2023. According to various leaks and rumors, we are at one point going to see like an in-game event within Warzone 2 to sort of reveal the game or promote the game in some way, shape, or form, similar to how we had reveals for Vanguard and Cold War, obviously back in Warzone 1. And with that, I've wanted to sort of break down why I'm pretty concerned about Modern Warfare 3. I'm hopeful that it could be a good game if they listen to the community and rely on a lot of community feedback and make adjustments accordingly, but just outright, there is some things that stand out to me as kind of red flags, if you will. So initially, just jumping into these, the first one I feel like is the most obvious one, the development time of this game. As you may or may not know, depending on how much you stay up to date with the Call of Duty news, depends on if you're subscribed to the channel or not, right? The development for this game is very strange because initially what Modern Warfare 3 was supposed to be was not Call of Duty 2023. Instead, we were initially, according to various leaks and rumors from some time ago, supposed to have Modern Warfare 2 as a 2-year title up to COD 2024. And during 2023, we were just going to see an expansion DLC, sort of Modern Warfare 2.5 with some throwback maps, some throwback weapons, just to sort of hold us over until Call of Duty 2024. Now, I was never super confident in that fully working out, but at the time that was just a rumor, right? I just want to preface, by the way, that was never official from Call of Duty. I see a lot of confusion. COD said MW2 was going to be a 2-year game. They lied to us. Call of Duty never once said anything about the length that Modern Warfare 2 was going to be the active game. They actually were saying otherwise. There would be a premium title dropping in fall 2023. So just to clear the room there, that was never officially confirmed from COD. That was only a rumor. So technically they didn't say anything that they went back on, right? Anyways, the development time here going from a rumored expansion pack of some maps, some weapons, maybe a few like extra campaign missions, that's a much more simple project than going to a full-on new Call of Duty title, basically talking multiplayer, single player, and co-op of some sort. The rumor as of right now is Zombies Outbreak. That's a much larger upgrade. And if you look at the development time, Sledgehammer, who is rumored to be leading this game, just came off of Vanguard last year. So that's a much shorter development time as is. And then if they were initially just working on that expansion pack, they got to ramp up development on everything to have a full game ready in time for fall 2023, which is likely why we're, seeing this later reveal of August is the rumor as of right now. Although in the past couple of years, that's sort of been the more standard time frame rather than early summer, like what we saw for a long time in Call of Duty. Still, though, is concerning that this game's development time seems to be a whole lot shorter than that of what we've had even for, Cold War and Vanguard almost, dating back to that time frame. So that's something that we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on. Is this game actually going to be polished at launch? Is the beta going to be basically the final version of the game like what we've seen in recent years, or will it actually be a beta for once where feedback does play a big role in the launch product? Only time is going to tell there, but yeah, definitely concerned about that. Now, another concern that I have is the, uniqueness, the individuality of this game. Modern Warfare 3, back-to-back games of Modern Warfare, with MW2 going directly into its sequel of MW3, presumably extending the storyline, continuing on with that, set in a similar period, which means likely the weapon arsenal and the weapon selection probably is not going to differ all that much. Now, I'm sure MW3 is going to have a handful of new rifles, new snipers, new SMGs, so on and so forth, but I would not be surprised at all if we see a lot of returning weapons from MW2, just because the games are so similar in what they are. The same universe, basically the same time period. It's not like it's, MW2 in 2022 and then MW3 in 2025, where it's like, okay, yeah, we haven't used these guns for 3 years. They're going to feel a bit more new, right? It's back-to-back years. That could make gameplay in and of itself a little bit stale. So I'm hoping that weapons are going to be different enough and the arsenal is going to be expanded enough that it doesn't just feel like it's basically a large DLC pack, right? By the way, as we continue on with everything here today, quick reminder, if you're new here, every day I'm your one-stop shop for all things going on in COD, whether it's MW2, MW3, Warzone, you name it. So If you want to stay up to date with all things, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you guys enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. Would be seriously appreciated. But getting back to my general concerns here, which by the way, if you guys have other concerns that I don't bring up in this video, feel free to drop them down in the comments below in a respectful manner, of course. But content, this sort of goes hand in hand with the development time here. Again, going from an expansion pack of some weapons, some maps, maybe some missions, to a full-on game, launch content is going to be, you know, getting pushed for sure. They're going to have to make sure this game launches with enough stuff to keep people interested right out of the gate. Plenty of weapons to level up, plenty of unique maps, maybe some new modes, but enough to do right away. Challenges, grinds, all sorts of stuff like that. But then you look towards the remainder of the year, and if this game launches in a somewhat rough state and they have to spend tons of time updating things here and there and basically focusing on the here and now rather than the season 1s, season 2s, season 3s, season 4, so on and so forth, that could be rough for the content to come later in the year. Because they have to focus so much time now on making sure the game is done for launch, I imagine that they're going to be more pressed for time when it comes to their seasonal updates and making sure those then also have enough content. It's kind of like a snowball effect. You have to focus so much on launch that then you're stressed for season 1, then you're focusing so much on season 1 that you're stressed for season 2, and I could see that getting you know, really out of hand and becoming a very obnoxious situation where the content is just very lackluster. And I hope that that's not the case. I'm much more a glass half full than I am a half empty person, but I do want to recognize that these, I feel like, are valid concerns going into this year, and probably a lot of the reason that players are going to be a lot more skeptical this time around, saying, all right, you know, not pre-ordering this year, gonna give it a month or two, see how other people enjoy the game, see how the game looks and how they say it feels, and then I'll make my decision, right? Wouldn't be surprised if that's the case at all. The final major concern that I have here is just seeing more repeat updates in Warzone 2. Basically more things that they have to then backtrack and redo again because of how things worked out this year. You know, rather than being able to expand on what Warzone is and bring in new, fresh, unique updates, it's more of, all right, now we got to spend a month fixing the movement here or the fluid animations here or whatever the case may be. Basically doing what Warzone 2 is doing now, where we constantly are seeing these quote-unquote new updates just be things from Warzone 1 that worked well that didn't make it into Warzone 2 at launch, and it just doesn't feel like the game is actually getting that much more fresh or new because it's all updates that we've already seen, right? So curious to see how exactly Warzone is going to evolve with MW3, given that, as we've talked about previously, so many you know, opportunities for things to change are going to come with MW3 and that whole integration there. But yeah, safe to say, I feel like concern is warranted for what MW3 is and what we know about it as of now. But of course, we also haven't seen the game yet. Maybe with the first reveals and trailers and whatnot come out, and it looks way better than we all thought it was going to be. It blows expectations out of the water. That's certainly a possibility too, right? Time is going to tell here, and of course, as we get any new information, as we get new reveals and updates on anything going on here, you guys know I'm gonna have you covered with all the latest details, so stick it here for that alongside everything else going on in COD. Make sure you are subscribed with those noties turned on, and if you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. But that's gonna wrap things up for this one. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.